Okay, so this question is quite a tricky one, and there's two different parts to it. One part is to work out the volume of the 4 tanks, which I will do first, and I'll put that there. So the volume of the 4 tanks. The next part is to work out the total amount of fertilizer, which we're doing with that ratio. So the volume of the 4 tanks, and this is a cylinder, and in order to work out your volume of a cylinder, it's pi times the radius squared times then the height. So in this case it's going to be pi, and we just need to make sure we've got the radius. The radius goes from the center of the circle to the outside, and what we're actually given here is 80, and that is the diameter. The diameter is twice the radius, or the radius is half the diameter, so the radius is then going to be 80 divided by 2, which then gives us 40. So it's going to be pi times 40 squared times then the height, which the height is then 160. So I'm going to type that in now. So pi times 40 squared times then 160, and that gives you 256,000 pi. We've then got 4 tanks, so we now need to just multiply that by 4. So when you multiply that by 4, you then get 321,690.877. I'm now going to use the conversion. So in this case at the minute, that is then centimeters cubed, and we're told here that 1 litre is equal to 1,000 centimeters cubed. So in order to get that to litres, you're then going to divide by 1,000. So when we divide that by 1,000, what you then get is 3216.99, and I'm going to leave that there, and then that's going to be litres. Right, now let's move on to the fertilizer bit, and I'm going to read this bit out. So the fertilizer has to be mixed with water in the ratio of 1 to 100, so that's the fertilizer, that's then the water. Karina has 32 litres of fertilizer, and we need to work out essentially how much has she got in total. So 32 is then going to be what you've got for the fertilizer bit. So in order to go from 1 to then 32, you're multiplying by 32. So we then multiply the 100, which is the water, by 32. So 32 times by 100 is then 3,200. So that means the total volume of fertilizer, if we were then to add that together, is then going to be 3,232 litres. So she's then got that much fertilizer when it's mixed with the water, and the volume of the 4 cylinders is then that. So we're then going to compare. And what you'll notice, she has more fertilizer when it's mixed with water compared to the volume of the cylinders. So therefore, your answer for this case is then going to be yes. So I would put yes, she has enough fertilizer for the 4 tanks. And the reason being, 3216.99, that is then less than the fertilizer when it's mixed with the water, which is then 3232. So your answer for this is then yes.